Yeah, hello, I'm Alice, and today it's about polyphasic sleeping. Yeah, I'm a little bit curious. Do you people already know something about polyphasic sleeping? Did you already heard about it? Hands up if yes. A little bit. Okay, cool. So we just start. I mean, polyphasic sleeping is. I just need like this. Maybe I just start first with monophasic sleeping and biphasic sleeping. So in general, we can say, I mean, we live in a kind of monophasic sleeping society. Most people sleep maybe something like around 8 hours or 6 or 9, I don't know. And the biphasic is like that if you have a nap, so it's like that you sleep 2 times a day, and polyphasic sleeping is like everything when you start sleeping 3 times a day. So yeah, I'm quite happy about the fact that more and more people get interested in doing naps, so that they don't need caffeine, or they feel more refreshed, or and they have better concentration. And yeah, like I wrote here, in Spain, it's a very traditional thing to have their siesta, and at least it's not so far away. It's just a little bit more if you sleep 1 time more a day. And the interesting thing is we were not monophasic all the time, so it's a quite most of the people think that we always slept monophasic, and biphasic is this kind of South America thing or the hot country thing, but it was quite common before to sleep biphasic. You can see it in a lot of old books that in between they called it, I think, the wolf hour. It was in the midnight that they were awake. So in between they had their first sleep and their second sleep. So normally it was like when they had their first sleep, when the sun go down, and then they woke up like before midnight. They had a few hours around midnight where they did several things like to study, talk, smoke, having sex, meditate, or taking care about the sheeps. So you can find different things about that. And so of course it's a question, since when do we sleep monophasically and why? I found some information about that, and I was quite surprised. I was not conscious about that it changed with caffeine, electric light, and books. I must say I didn't found this information the last weeks anymore, but it has to do something like, I mean, also with the industrial area, like when the people had this very regular ways of working, like working in factories. So they consumed more coffee, they had electric light in the night. So the days became longer, and they could also work even when it's getting dark. So they didn't had to stop what they are doing when it was getting dark. So they could go on. So they had 1 long day and 1 long sleep. That's how it changed. So I was here a little bit doing a little bit research on coffee. I mean, there's still I know some polyphasic sleeper who still drink caffeine. Yeah, I found several things. It's interesting how coffee in the industrial area came more or less together. So I mean, I read in one book, which I also will introduce to you later, that normally it's better not to drink any caffeine or green tea when you do polyphasic sleeping, because then it's not so easy to nap. So it's quite good if you don't drink coffee, and then it's more easy to sleep, and it's like you don't need caffeine if you can nap. So it's like when you get tired at around noon, you nap. If you get tired in the afternoon, you make a nap. If you get tired in the evening, you nap. So but I know also some people who drink caffeine. But also for me it was a kind of process not to drink caffeine anymore. And no, caffeine I already quit it quite a long time, but I was still drinking a lot of green tea. So, and black tea, when I stopped black tea, I got very big headaches, and it took me some time until I could live without black tea, and I was drinking green tea. So, and then it took me some time to live without green tea. And I felt how it really changed also my sleeping, that I really slept very deep in the night. And I've had to find other ways to wake up in the morning if I didn't have my green tea, but it's also possible. And now I don't drink caffeine, I don't know, I think the last 2 years. So now I come to the triphasic sleep schedule. So we had the monophasic and the biphasic. Now the triphasic schedule is like you have 3 naps, 3 times 1.5 hours, which is like 4.5 hours a day. I also have one friend who's sleeping like that, and for him it works quite good. Here it's also quite interesting. I mean, if you want to pick a schedule, maybe if you want to try out polyphasic sleeping, it's quite interesting to think about, I mean, how you're working, how is your private time structured. I mean, here it's quite nice. I mean, it's quite unusual at the beginning to see the time in this 24-hour rhythm, unless you do astrology. But you see like midnight is on top, 12 o'clock is down there. So you see like, so there's the weekend social times, which is kind of, no, weekday social times. So starting like maybe from 5 till 10, and weekend from, yeah, morning till evening. I mean, it depends on how you enjoy your weekend. So here's weekday. It's like from the weekday. I mean, like if you're a normal 9 to 5 worker, so you have your weekend. No, under the weekday you are from 5 till 10 maybe, that you go for a drink or to go to the gym or whatever. And this is from the weekend, like from, I don't know, if you go for brunch, lunch, till the evening. I mean, if you're a party person, then you could put it all around, but depends on you. So normally, and yeah, here the red is normally the traditional working hours. So of course, if you choose a schedule, you need to think, if you do the naps every day, it's good to do them every day at the same time, so that your body is getting used to it. So you need to think about how to manage it. Like, for example, here, you know, okay, you have to find a work, or I mean, if you're freelancer, it's more easy, but, or to talk with your boss to have this as break for your nap. And of course, you always need to plan on the weekend that this is free. And yeah, I think then here with the triphasic, it's not such a problem with the weekend to manage this. But of course, this is, I think normally this is the sleeping time. No? What is written there? No, I also can't read it. It's like how you normally maybe sleep before, like from 1 till 9. Okay, this person slept from 1 to 9 before. So it's what you can think about, what fits with you. But I will also introduce to some more schedules, like the Uberman. It's also very known. Did you already know the Uberman? Hands up. I want to know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So I really like the Uberman. It's like sleeping 6 times 20 minutes every 4 hours. So there it's a little bit more planning, and also like the triphasic, it's then a little bit more easy. But with the Uberman, when I did it, it was more, I did it at 12 o'clock, at midnight, 4 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 12 o'clock, noon, 4 o'clock, 8 o'clock evening. So I normally always met people in the evening after 9. Maybe combine it if I'm going to a friend's place to make my nap at 12 there. Doing my 4 o'clock nap in the gym, and my 8 o'clock nap again at home. But working as a freelancer, it was much more easy. I think if you are working, you then would maybe need to do the 12 o'clock nap at work, and 8 o'clock maybe at the beginning of work or before. And yeah, it depends on how long you work. So there are always 4 hours in between, or I mean, you could also say it's like 3 hours and 40 minutes, which are always between, because 20 minutes you're napping. So this is the Uberman. There also exists the Everyman, which is a little bit more for everyone. So the Uberman, you feel a little bit like Superman, because you're kind of always awake. And the Everyman, it's a little bit more more normal because you have the 3 hours core sleeping there. So there you should only take care about that it's not more than 6 hours in between the naps. And here the naps are more flexible than with the Uberman. The Uberman you really need, or most of the people say you really need to put them on time every day, and the Everyman you can maybe put them for or back, like some say 30 minutes, some say 1 hour. So, but there are always different opinions, and I present my opinion today. So there are also different opinions about when you should put the core sleep. Some say you should put